Good morning, student. Today I continue the lecture on manufacturing technology, in which we study the topic mechanical working of metal. So we next discuss the topic rolling process. So basically, so we discuss the rolling process. Basically, the rolling process is a deformation process in which the work thickness is reduced by applying the compressive force and exerted by the two opposing rolling rollers. So you can see from this diagram that the metal of blade is undergoing through two rollers, and the thickness of this blade is reduced, and the length of the blade is increased continuously. So there are two diagrams. In first diagram, you can see also the direction of workflow. But in case of second diagram, you can see there are a structural change. The coarse grain of metals is changed or converted into fine grains, that is recrystallization grain structure. So you can see that is deformed grains, and here it is the starting of recrystallization. So basically some points are important from point of view of rolling. The initial breaking down of an ingot or of a continuously cast slab is done by hot rolling. A cast structure include coarse and non-uniform grains. This structure is usually brittle and may contain porosities. So hot rolling converts the cast structure to a wrought structure. This structure has finer grains and enhanced ductility, both resulting from the breaking up of brittle grain boundaries and the closing up of an internal defect, especially porosity. And the third point is the product of the first hot rolling operation is called bloom or slab. A bloom usually has a square cross section at least 150 mm or 6 inch on the side. A slab is usually rectangular in cross section. The blooms are processed further by shape rolling into a structural shape such as I-beam and railroad section. Slabs are rolled into planes and sheet. The blades are usually square with a cross-sectional area smaller than the blooms. They are later rolled into various shapes such as round rods and bars by the use of shaped rolls. Hot rolls round rods are usually as the starting material for rod, and by drawing they are called wire rods. And next, the one of the primary first process to convert the raw material into finished product. Basically, our purpose for using for the manufacturing process is conversion of raw material into the final product or desired product with the help of any manufacturing process. And second one is starting material are rolled into blooms, blades, or slab by feeding material through successive pair of rolls. So blooms square or rectangular cross section with a thickness of greater than 6 inch and width not greater than 2 times of thickness. Basically, it is called bloom. In case of blade, the square or circular cross section is smaller than the bloom. And finally, slab, rectangular in shape, width is greater than 2 times of thickness. Slips are rolled into plate, sheet, and strip. Basically, these are the some products which are manufacturing by the rolling process. You can see from the diagram that these are the plates, scale, pipe and tubing, tin plates, wire rod. So these are the examples of some rolling process. Rolled products made of steel. So these are the blooms. Basically, these all shapes contain metal in red hot form, but there are some difference between these bloom, slab, and blade as per the dimensions. So bloom structure is converted into structure shape, and slab is changed into the plates, sheets, or coils. And next, the blade is changed into bar or rods or tube. So these are the changes when we apply the rolling process. And rotating roll perform two main functions. Pull the workpiece into the gap between them or two rollers by friction between the work part and the rollers. Simultaneously, squeeze the work to reduce its cross section. When we squeeze the cross section of the blade or bloom, then its length is increasing. These are the types of rolling process. Based on workpiece geometry, there are two types of rolling process, that is flat rolling and shape rolling. In case of flat rolling, it is used to reduce the thickness of a rectangular cross section. In case of shape rolling, the square cross section is formed into a shape such as an I-beam. On the basis of work temperature, first one is hot rolling and second one is cold rolling. Most common due to the large amount of deformation required. But in case of cold rolling, it produces finished sheet and plate stock. So this is a diagram for the flat rolling. In case of flat rolling, the heated metal is passed between rotating rolls to reduce the cross section. The side view of the flat rolling indicates before and after thickness, work velocities, angle of contact with rolls, and other features. So these are some important parameters, that is angle of contact, velocity of the workpiece, and thickness of the workpiece. So the efficiency of the rolling process is depend on these some factors. And next one is shape rolling. So the work is deformed into a counter cross section rather than flat, accomplished by passing work through rolls that have the reverse desired shape. The product include construction shapes such as I-beam, L-beam, and U-channels. So these are the some cross section which are used when we use produce some product like connecting rod and etc. Second one is rails for railroad track, and third one is round and square bar and rods. And these are the shape rolling. So in case of shape rolling, these are the some product which are made by through the blade or bloom by using rolling process. Next one is thread rolling. So the bulk deformation process is to form thread on cylindrical parts by rolling them between two dies. The important commercial process for mass production, bolt and screw. So the bolt and screw are generally a part that used in every machines, every auto vehicles, etc. So these are the general or commercial process or most common product. And next, perform by cold working in thread rolling process. There are some advantage over thread cutting. higher production rate, better material utilization, and next one is stronger threads and better fatigue resistance due to work hardening. So we move on next slide. So thread rolling with flat die. You can see from the diagram that these are starting blank and a fixed die, finished part, and these are moving dies. So these are the starting of cycles and this is the end of cycles. Next one is thread rolling. So you may see diagram that work rest. These are the rollers which are moving and these are workpiece. Next one is rolling mill. Basically, the rolling mills equipment is very massive and expensive. So there are some types of rolling mill. First one is two roll or two high roll mill. Second, three high roll mill. Third one is four high rolling mill, and next one is cluster rolling mill and tandem rolling mill. In case of two high rolling mill, there are two rollers which are moved in opposite direction. But in three high rolling mill, work passes through rolls in both direction. In four high rolling mill, the vacuum roll supports a smaller work roll. In cluster rolling mill, the multiple backing rolls on a small. Tandem rolling mill, the sequence of two high rolling mill. These are the diagrams of two high rolling mill in which the workpiece is flowing through the velocity V naught, but the rollers are rolls in opposite direction, that is VR. And V naught is the initial velocity of the workpiece or inlet velocity, and Vf is the final velocity of the workpiece. So because their thickness are reduced continuously and increasing in length, so the Vf is greater than H compared to inlet or V naught. These are diagrams of three high rolling mill. So in case of three high rolling mill, the process is continuously going on and going on. So V naught velocity is changed into V1 and finally V1 is changed into V2. So these are the, and VR is the relative velocity of the rollers. Next one is four high rolling mill. In case of four high rolling mill, there are two smaller roller and two large roller. In smaller roller or in gap between smaller roller, the workpiece is undergoing and the large rollers are used as a supportive roller. And they are cluster means there are some large number of rollers which are attached to the one another for the purpose of reducing the thickness. So the thickness of workpiece is reduced into the thin parts and increasing the length. They are tandem rolling mill. Next one is rolling defects. So these are some rolling defects which are generate or create when we use or applying the rolling process, that is waviness. So waviness, what is waviness? Waviness is a uh, due to the improper rolling speed. So there are some defects which are created waviness or waveform. Next one is zipper crack. So zipper cracks are created too much rolling in the center. Next one is edge crack, too much rolling on outside or edge of the workpiece. And next one is alligator. So too much induced tensile stress in part or defects. So these are the topics and I covered in this lecture, and in case of in next lecture we use or we cover the drawing process. So thank you for your kind attention, and we discuss the next topic in next lecture.